Welcome back, warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here tonight for another live stream. Remember, warriors, I am here Mondays through Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Speaking of which, is there a better time that I can do my live streams? Go ahead and let me know in the chat right now. Is there a better time? Because I'm doing them at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, that's Mondays through Thursdays, but there may be a better time that works for you. So please let me know. I am so glad to be with you guys here tonight. I'm so sorry about last night. I had technical problems. StreamYard, the platform that I use to stream live and also do my recordings, was not cooperating with me at all. So my apologies on that. We have a lot to talk about. So I am going to go ahead and start off in a word of prayer. Dear God, in Jesus' name, thank you so much, Father, for your grace, your mercy, your kindness, your loving arms around us, your people, and how you have spared us from so many things. We know that you are so faithful and you never change. We thank you for that. We ask that you continue to lead and guide the leaders of this country. We pray for international revival in the name of Jesus. Amen. All right, let's see who we got in the chat. Well, we have the unusual suspects. Oh, we have Jackie Andrews. Hi, Jackie. Jackie is saying, where is this anti-American, anti-constitutional allowed? Why is he allowed to run for this U.S. office from zero compatibility with U.S. Constitution or civil rights? And also we have Michael Rodriguez, who always reminds you to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you haven't already, hit all notifications. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Greetings and see, Fed Up Patriot. Shalom. God bless you all. All right. And then we have June Stanley. Hey, June. How you doing? Hey, Karen. Hope you're doing well. All right. And who else do we have in here? Iron Ear. Hey, Iron Ear. There you go, my moderator. And let's see who else I have in here. Tavares Adams, you prefer 7. Is that Eastern? What time zone are you in? Make sure you put the time zone in. And Junior saying that's fine with you. Okay. All right. Oh, so she's reminding you, Tavares, to watch yourself. You think you're watching, you Iron is my moderator. Sandra. Hey, Sandra. Hello. Yes, we need the Lord's help. Karen, hello, hello. There's my wonderful husband, Calvin Bentley II. Hey, Sonny, hello. And whatever is saying, they better not, all these foreigners should be allowed. They should be allowed to do that, right? Okay, all right. And Ginger, hello, Ginger. Let's see. I'm sorry. Where did you go, Ginger? I thought I had you. Okay, there we go. Ginger from Texas. All right. Very good. And hey there, PJ. Hello. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video. Hit the thumbs up. That really helps the video reach more places. That's really, really important. Put the time that you would rather I do the live streams with the time zone. That helps me know because I'm Eastern. So I do it 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So I'm assuming you're saying 7 p.m. Eastern, if you're going by that. But I'm going to start off talking about something. You saw the thumbnail, so I'm talking about this Muslim running for mayor. He won the Democrat primary. But before we get to him, I'm going to start off with GHETTO, Jasmine Crockett. Okay, you all know Jasmine Crockett. She's been all over the place. She's very vocal, outspoken. She is a Democrat. Yes, she is a Democrat representative. She's very progressive. She's far left. She's out of Texas. And she had to take her name out of the hat for being the top leading Democrat out of the very influential House Oversight Committee. She had to take her name out of the hat from being the Democrat leader because she saw that she was not getting the votes that she needed. So she pulled her name yesterday, and she came to realize that her style of leadership is not exactly what the Democrat Party is looking for right now. And I wonder why she thinks that. Gee, wonder why that is. But we're going to look at some clips of her. Again, don't forget to like the video, comment, share, subscribe. If you haven't already, hit all notifications so you never miss a video. And I kindly ask you to stick around to the end. So here she is right now on MSNBC. NBC.
Also want to make sure that we're amplifying the voices. We've got so much amazing talent that's on that committee, but we need a leader that literally can lift up the entire team so that people say, you know what, we actually starting to believe in the Democrats. There's more than just one or two of them that are fighting. We just got to be real and we got to go hard, right? Like there's only one person Donald Trump does not want in that seat. It is me. Like, point blank, period. This doesn't mean that I plan to be partisan in any way, but as a trained trial attorney, we're going to follow these facts. We're going to follow the evidence, and we are going to make it plain. I also think that we can't just say, well, we're in the minority, so we can't do anything. I don't believe in that rhetoric. I believe in fighting, and that's exactly what I've been doing. So, like, does this mean that we take the fight to their backyard? Absolutely, because those people may not be tuning in. So allowing me to go and do shadow hearings on the road where I'm going into Republican districts, and the people that are testifying are the people that have been impacted, whether they lost their jobs or whether they lost funding for Meals on Wheels or whatever it is, to tell their story so that their neighbors can hear them. And then they will know that we are listening, and we are not here just because it's election time. We are here because we actually want to heal this country.
Last time this seat was open and there was a race within the Democratic caucus for this particular seat, former leadership weighed in. And members weighed in to say that we don't want that person, we want this person. Do you have a sense now that the leadership maybe is going to take a different tact?
Listen, you trying to beat around the bush. Everybody at home know what you're talking about.
Nancy Pelosi weighed in. Nancy Pelosi weighed in, and she said, not that person, I want this person. Do you think she's going to weigh in this time?
I think that she understands the challenges of what it is to rise through the ranks, even beyond kind of you having the qualifications and you being able to show the bona fides. You know, there's numbers that I mentioned in my letter for a reason. Like, you talk about your numbers because they're strong, right? Like, it's not really normal for a freshman to raise over $4 million for DCCC. It's not really normal for a sophomore Black woman in a safe Democratic seat to raise $1.7 million and become.
You know, she's very irritating. I will say that she's very irritating, but this is what the face of the Democrat Party. Her and AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, they literally are so like, I'm not going to vote that way anyway, but I wish they would represent women better. I mean, these are women of color, so to speak, but women, period, or human beings for that matter. They just don't come across as bright. And, you know, Jasmine is putting on this ghetto shtick. She's performing. It's very performative and very condescending, and like they are talking down to people. Like, that's what we want to see. We don't want to see that. We actually do not want to see that. So I'm going to look at a couple more clips with her, and we have got to talk about this Zohran Mamdani. Okay, you know that Cuomo conceded as a Democrat to Mamdani, and Mamdani is a Muslim, and he seems to be very far left. And let me just say, this man is a socialist. He belongs to the Democratic Socialist Party. He's a socialist. And if you don't know what some of the things are that he wants to do, I am definitely going to go over that with you in this video, because it is absolutely wild to me. It's absolutely wild that this is what we're looking at. So let me just give you a little bit of taste of maybe why they don't want her, maybe why they don't want her. So
your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman,
that's beneath
even order of your.
I gotta say, Marjorie Taylor Greene was out of pocket right here. There was no need to do all that. We already know she got those long eyelashes. We already know that. She didn't have to say that.
Committee.
Order.
That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down. Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl?
We are going to move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
Ms. Greene agrees to strike her words.
I believe she needs to apologize. No.
Perry, okay, hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Greene.
I'm not apologizing.
Well, then
okay,
reserve the right to
object. I am not apologizing.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman.
You just voted to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you
just voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at, calm down. calm down.
No, because this
I
is
would
what
like to
y'all
get
do.
through proceedings.
So I'm trying
Hey,
to
Ms.
get
Crockett,
clarification.
you're not
Y'all wanna
recognized.
play
Ms.
games.
I can't hear
Crockett.
you with your
And
yelling.
you don't want
Calm
me to
down.
Be,
Can
no,
you please calm
don't
down?
tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all
Please
talk
calm
noise,
down.
and then you
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
send
talk
outside to
shit
take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a
Mr.
problem.
Chairman, Mr.
Woo, they got out of pocket. I remember that. I was like, I can't believe these people in Congress acting like this. Both of them were wrong. Both of them. Now, I know Marjorie Taylor Greene, we support her more because she's Republican, pro-Trump, MAGA, and all the things, but she didn't have to start off about the eyelashes. We already know she got some horrible eyelashes. I already talked about her eyelashes on a podcast that I was on, and I'm not going to talk. I'm going to try to be nice. See, I need y'all to pray for me to be nice, okay? I'm trying, okay? I'm really, really trying. But I'm going to show you some other things. Now, I just don't like what the Democrat Party is putting up. They're not putting up anything, in my mind, that is in any way honorable or reputable or anything of the sort. They just put up anything and anyone, in my opinion. They don't think about the actual policies. They just come after Trump and blame him for every single thing. I'm so tired of these people. But yeah, here she is again. Now, this is, we just going through, we just gonna have a little fun with Jazzy Crockett.
The country into a war without congressional approval. And while we're talking about saving money, let me tell you, just dropping those few bombs in one day, that was the beginning of what is going to be a very long bill for us as they talk about being efficient. There was nothing efficient about doing it. And maybe if there was some consultation, maybe with those that say have constitutional authority, since we care about the Constitution, then maybe we could have saved the American people not only money, but the lives that are now at risk as we have to put out warnings for American citizens in this country and abroad. Maybe we need to start leading with the people at the middle of what it is that is guiding us instead of following one person. The reason that people like me say things like y'all are in a cult is because somehow people are abdicating their duties and abdicating the very people that put them into office.
Now, this is something that gets me. This gets me about her, excuse me. This gets me about her because she, you remember Sheldon Daniels, who's running up against her. He's a Republican. He's going for her seat. Okay. And we want Sheldon Daniels to win, obviously. Allegedly, she was caught up in some kind of fraud with her campaigning, with getting donations, allegedly. And he was knocking on doors and calling her out. Looks like allegedly money was funneled through this older couple's account. And I don't know if you guys remember that video, but I was like, wait, if this couple can't afford, they're on Social Security, they can't afford to send Jasmine Crockett $16,000 in a month. That's crazy. I don't know what happened right there. We just don't say, we don't know what happened right there. But here she goes again.
Question is ceasefire. What up with it? Again, I know nothing because this man lies and governs by Truth Social. So I have no idea. All we know is what we get on the reporting, which supposedly part of the ceasefire includes Israel stopping what they're doing. And so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't get Israel briefings. I get, at this point, I'm not getting U.S. briefings. So I don't know. I don't know that I would believe it. I think we will know when we get reports that ain't nobody else being attacked.
See, they trip me out with this lying that they do, because Barack Obama and all the other presidents, they would strike without congressional approval. So why is it that every single time what other presidents have been easily able to do with no issues whatsoever, when President Donald Trump does it, that it is a problem? He must be squeaky clean if you got to make up stuff. You know what I'm saying? If he's such a bad person, where is the actual evidence? Not something that they concocted. Not something that they concocted. They'll concoct something, as we say in the South, just got a concoction going. But in actuality, it's not really true. Remember the dossier, that infamous Steele dossier about the hoax, Russia? Yeah. Proven not to be true. So that's all they got is lying and fear mongering with the help of the liberal friendly, Democrat friendly media. Yeah, that's all they got. That's really all they got. And that's actually quite sad. And there's this woman right here. She's going to be talking about Jasmine Crockett right now. She's got a few words to say on Miss Jazzy Jazz. And then we're going to get on this Mamdani because he is not good. I'm going to tell you right now before I play this, I believe New Yorkers should definitely not elect Mamdani. They should go with the mayor that they have right now, who left the Democrat Party and is running as an independent. They should go with Eric Adams. That's just my opinion. You got to go with the lesser of two evils. I know people that I've known very well that live in New York, and they should not have to go through what I believe this man is going to bring. So
Jasmine Crockett went on a 20-minute rant about not being informed about the strikes on Iran and how devastated that she was, and that she even shedded a tear or two. I would trust Jasmine Crockett, AOC, Chuck Schumer, Elizabeth Warren, with highly sensitive military intelligence like a strike in Iran, about as much as I would trust Casey Anthony babysitting my children. I'm not going to share her rant because for whatever reason, TikTok keeps on dinging and disqualifying all of my videos for unoriginal content anytime I share a video or a picture. So here's what I will tell you about this horrible 20-minute rant. In the first 38 seconds of the video, she refers to the President of the United States as the mofo up in the White House. It's one of the most highly unintelligent videos from a congressional representative that you might see on the internet this week. Maybe not. That's giving the Democratic Party way too much latitude. I find it interesting, though, that she only shedded a tear or two. I guess her empathy really doesn't go that deep, and it was just for the camera.
So that's that, talking about why she wasn't informed and any and all of that. So again, they act one way when it's President Trump, and then another way when anybody else does anything. Some of the same policies that President Trump does, others have done. Any event, we got to switch gears here. And we're going to talk about Zohran Mamdani. He won the Democrat primary for the mayor of New York City. Yes, and he is serving on some kind of commission since, I believe, 2020, and then he ran unopposed the second time when he ran for re-election. And it looks like he's got a lot of socialist ideas. I'm serious. I mean, this man actually, let me tell you some of what he wants to do. This is some of what he wants to do. He wants to raise the minimum wage to $30 per hour. Now, you all know that's not a good idea. It doesn't matter if they're flipping burgers at McDonald's or no matter what they're doing, $30 an hour. Now, that is going to cause these smaller, maybe mid-sized companies to get rid of some of their workforce or cut their hours. Okay. Then he wants to raise the corporate tax all over the state, not just the city, but New York State, from 7.25% to 11.5%. Now, I just got this online. You can Google it. That's what he wants to do, raising the corporate tax. Now, that is going to cause companies to flee New York, okay? He is, in my opinion, trying to turn this into a socialist hellhole. He's going to make it worse. All right. And he does not want to work with ICE. He does not believe in getting the illegals out of New York. He does not believe that. He is a member, or he supports BDS, which is about boycotting Israel. He has been arrested. He was arrested in October of 2023 for some wild protest, very pro-Palestinian and anti-Israel rhetoric spewing out of his mouth. He was on a podcast of a very well-known anti-Semite who spews the most awful things against Jewish people. Oh, and might I add that New York City has a very large Jewish population. Second to Tel Aviv, Israel. It has the largest population of Jews in the entire country. New York City does. And this man has all of this anti-Israel, anti-Semitism spewing out of him. Oh, and let's not forget, he belongs to the Democrat Socialist Party. He wants the grocery stores and possibly other businesses, along with housing, to be government ran. Let all of that sink in. Let it all sink in. So the crime's going to go up, jobs are going to leave, and it is just going to be horrible. And guess what? Those same people in New York that vote Demon Rat, they're going to move to the Southeast, or the Southwest, like Texas. They'll move to Florida, the Southeast, and then Tennessee. So those are probably the states that they'll be looking to move to. A sprinkle will come to Georgia, but I hope they do not bring their voting patterns with them, because we don't need our state turning into what made them leave their state. But those are some of the things that he wants to do. I think that's enough. And I just don't think that they should vote for this. This is bad. This is really bad. I've seen posts where people are saying they're trying to turn New York into London because they have so many Muslim leaders. And this man, this is crazy to me. The policies are so socialist. And Bernie Sanders and AOC endorsed him. That's not good. So we're going to be looking at some things here with this socialist Democrat. Yes, and these people are actually excited. This is them after they found out, these are these socialist supporting folks that support Mamdani, that he actually won the Democrat primary for mayor. They're really happy about this socialist. It doesn't make any sense. So there's his little watch party. He got his little support there. Again, we're talking about Zohran Mamdani. Okay. And I told you a little bit about him. This is very troubling, to say the least. Okay. So let's hear a little bit of what he has to say. I get this from Fox.
We have won because New Yorkers have stood up for a city they can afford. A city where they can do more than just struggle. And it's where the mayor will use their power to reject Donald Trump's fascism, to stop mass ICE agents from deporting our neighbors, and to govern our city as a model for the Democratic Party.
He said their city as a model for the Democrat Party. Is he serious? Y'all heard the policies that he wants to implement. Okay. I just have no words. I literally have no words. And here he is right here during the debate. And notice how he doesn't really answer the question about Israel. Let's just stick a pin in that.
The first foreign visit by a mayor of New York is always considered significant. Where would you go first? Left to right, Ms. Adams.
First visit, I would visit the Holy Land.
Mr. Cuomo.
Given the hostility and the anti-Semitism that has been shown in New York, I would go to Israel.
Mr. Tilson, where would you go?
Yeah, I'd make my 4th trip to Israel, followed by my 5th trip to Ukraine, 2 of our greatest allies fighting on the front lines of the global war on terror.
Mr. Mamdani.
I would stay in New York City. My plans are to address New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs and focus on that.
Mr. Mamdani, can I just jump in? Would you visit Israel as mayor?
I will be doing, as the mayor, I'll be standing up for Jewish New Yorkers, and I'll be meeting them wherever they are across the 5 boroughs, whether that's in their synagogues and temples or at their homes or at the subway platform, because ultimately we need to focus on delivering on their concerns.
And just yes or no, do you believe in a Jewish state of Israel?
I believe Israel has the right to exist.
Not
As a Jewish state?
notice.
As a state with equal rights.
He won't, he
Not
won't
as a
say it
Jewish
has a
state.
right to exist as a Jewish state. Be very
And
clear
his
on
answer
that.
was
He's not. I'm going to go back a little bit. This man is literally not answering the question. He's not. She said a Jewish state. She said, would you visit Israel? She talks about the Jews. He talks about the Jews in all the 5 boroughs. That was not the question. It was the question was about a foreign visit.
Believe in a Jewish state of Israel?
I believe Israel has the right to exist.
Not
As a Jewish state?
Notice.
As a state with equal rights.
He won't, he
Not
won't
as a
say it
Jewish
has a
state.
right to exist as a Jewish state. Be very
and
clear
his
on
answer
that.
was no, he won't visit Israel.
I said that.
That's what he was trying to say.
No. Unlike
No,
you, I
you
answer.
never-
Unlike
you
you, I
never
answer
said
questions
no.
very
Okay.
directly.
All right.
My goal would be to take my first trip to Israel. My wife's life work in this area means a lot to our family, and it could coincide with my young son Miles' bar mitzvah, if you'd like to have his bar mitzvah.
Okay, but
See, he wasn't answering that question. This is what I don't like about him. I don't know what is wrong with those people in New York. Why was he allowed to get this far? And I told you in October of 2023, he was arrested for a protest that got out of order, pro-Palestinian, anti-Israel. This is him again.
How many more New Yorkers not charged? Do you believe in the First Amendment? Do you believe in the First Amendment, Tom Homan? How many more New Yorkers will the judge not target?
Now, he was yelling at Tom Homan. That was Mamdani yelling at Tom Homan, who is the border czar. So the Democrats need, and I did a video on that, they absolutely need these illegals, okay, to get their goals accomplished. All right, they need them. So this is what they're doing right now. And this man, oh my gosh, I want to make sure I told you everything that he wants to do. One of you agreed that you would like the minimum wage to be $30 an hour. I don't know if that's a good idea because I think they did that in California and businesses left. Okay, it just dried everything up. And then on top of it, raised the corporate tax. I just don't see that being good for business. I see people leaving. Okay, I see people leaving and it becoming a socialist hellhole that everybody wants to leave. Okay, now I may not like everything about Eric Adams, but he is a whole lot better than this man right here. This is awful. Eric Adams would at least work with ICE. Okay. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, I know you don't think this Mamdani character is good. You're saying he has no intentions to answer the questions, no Muslims in our government. I think they should be born here in our country, definitely not come from, he was born in Uganda and moved to the United States as a child, is what I read. I just don't feel like people who, aren't born here, especially coming from certain areas that are known for anti-American rhetoric and hatred, they just should not be in our government. I mean, look at Ilhan Omar and others, Rashida Tlaib, this man right here. You already know what they're trying to do. All right. They're trying to get in these positions of power in key areas. This is very strategic. This is not by happenstance. This is on purpose. New York City is the most influential city in our country. It is the largest city in our country. And look who they are trying to put over it. He has a very good chance of winning, which is so unfortunate. So I know I don't live in New York City, but that could be like a domino effect. If he gets in, we could see this more and more and more. And that's what I don't like. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Yes, he is the current governor, was trying to throw him in jail on false charges. Trump's DOJ reviewed the 100% bogus charges and dropped all of them. It says he hates this nation and he will use it to his advantage. He is 33 years old. Iron sharpens iron. Mamdani is 33. I was looking for the 666 in his scalp. He moved too quickly, left out loud. Oh my goodness, it never works except for communists. My girl's age. Oh, they are blind to the plots of the enemy. That's why we need to pray for discernment. It says this man running on Democrat ticket for governor is a Muslim. New Yorkers better read the Old Testament about the Middle East culture, worshiping Baal, Kamish, and other gods. New York, wake up. If that man gets in, he will make it so no one can leave that state. Wow, you think so? That no one can leave? It said he connects with millennials and Gen Z. Yeah, because the people that were yelling and screaming that he won the Democratic primary were very young people, and they're so easily influenced and so easy to manipulate and control. And it's like they're literally in a fog. This is not good. It's not good. Yes, Americans need to pray for discernment. We do. Pray, pray, pray. You agree with me, Fed Up Patriot? Thank you so much. Mamdani's mom produced a movie titled Kuma Sutra. Oh, that's his mother? Oh my gosh, I remember that movie with India theme from the trailer. See Newsmax, Rob Schmidt, he shows the preview. And he was was Mamdani a rapper? He was a rapper or something like that. She produced Kama Sutra. Oh my goodness, I remember that movie. I was kind of looking at that movie like, what in the world am I looking at? The problem with this woke generation, they don't remember or know about 9/11. I'm saying 9/11, 9/11. They have begged for their own death. Isn't that a sex film or act? I guess it is, Ginger, but when I saw it, I didn't know what it meant. I did not know what it meant. I was very young. Oh, yeah, she got him into rap. Yes. So he's a former rapper, socialist, Israel hating person, apparently, and has been in some very heated protests. Yes, they're trying to turn, America into a socialist communist country, the demon rats, in my opinion. That's just me, thinking because of their policies and everything like that. But that is what you're looking at. This man wants to raise corporate tax rate, wants to raise the minimum wage to $30, wants to have government controlled housing and grocery stores. And it will probably start there at housing and grocery stores and go further out to actually being more things government controlled. This is a big deal. I know some people be like, what they got to do with you, Linda B? You're in Georgia. This is a big deal because if it starts one place, it's going to trickle down. It could trickle down into other places. We're going to have to pray against it, warriors. We're going to have to definitely pray against it. Hopefully you all saw my Trayvon Martin video that I dropped today at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I pray that you guys go ahead and take a look at it if you haven't, and you can watch it again, like it and share it and all the things. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like it and everything, and comment, share, subscribe. Any last comments? Okay, you're saying, Anthony Jolly, that the movie was, oh, hi, Anna. Osentowski, hello. Yes, yes. Oh, you did watch it. Thank you so much. It was wild, guys, because I really believed all the lies of the media when it came to Trayvon Martin and even, what's his name? Michael Brown and George Floyd. I did. I did not know any better at the time. And God opened my eyes, and it was totally God. It wasn't me. It was like, out of the blue, I started praying about political things. And then God showed me it's just something how God got me out of that liberal space. And it was totally him, because people talking to me, it did not work. It wasn't registering. It should have registered, but it didn't. Thank you so much for complimenting me on the content about Trayvon. I might do one on Justice Smollett. I did one on Tawana Brawley from last year, and you guys can search for that if you want to watch my Tawana Brawley video. But check out Trayvon Martin if you have not already. It is so good. And I put the link to the full documentary in the description box. But thank you all so much for watching my video. Again, don't forget to like the video, comment, share, subscribe, hit all notifications. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and march on, warriors.